Here's the list of all of New Zealand's youth records in track and field from the 800 meters up to the 5,000. And here's the list of all junior records from New Zealand in the 800 meters up to the 5,000. Now you might notice the absolute domination of one particular athlete on this list. Now, that is the 16-year-old Sam Ruthe, who has recently been on one of the biggest record-breaking runs in the history of track and field. Since December of 2025, Ruthe has achieved a 13:40 in the 5,000, a 1:45 in the 800, a ridiculous 3:48.88 in the indoor mile, and en route to that famous 3:48, he broke the world youth record in the 1,500 meters as well, splitting a time of 3:33.25, a time that would have been fast enough to win last year's World Track and Field Championships in the 1,500. And again, Sam is only 16. Seeing this young kid achieve so much success in such a short amount of time has truly been crazy. But you might notice that in the junior division here, there is still one record that Sam does not own from New Zealand, and that is the men's 3,000, and that record currently stands with Liam Back, who ran a 7:54 back in the 2021 season. Now, this record is almost certainly set to fall by Sam Ruthe in tonight's competition, as he is officially running in the 2026 Saucony Battle for Boston. But people are already looking beyond this record from Back, and they're starting to look at the bigger picture in terms of record-breaking running. Currently, the world youth record for the indoor 3K stands with Brian Musau of Kenya, who ran a time of 7:38 back in 2023. And currently, the world junior record for the 3,000 stands at 7:29.99 by Biniam Mahari back in 2025. These two times are very quick indeed, and it would take yet another tremendous effort from Sam Ruthe to hit these kind of marks. However, it is not a good idea to doubt what this 16-year-old is capable of. He has the speed, he has the endurance, he even has very solid racing tactics. It really seems as though there is no limit to what Sam Ruthe can do. Now, for this particular men's 3K, Ruthe is in a field that is set to go out at a 7-minute and 40-second pace for the finish, and I truly believe that that is well within Sam's abilities for this distance. According to the World Athletics scoring table, which ranks every single individual performance by event, Sam's 3:48 for the mile is the equivalent to a 7:28 for the 3,000. Which, if he's able to do that, would be a world youth record, but also a world junior record. But a 7:30 is extremely challenging for literally anyone, let alone a 16-year-old. So my guess is that Sam will go out at a pace a little bit slower over the opening 2 kilometers, and if he's feeling good, he'll likely accelerate over the final K and once again potentially break a record. This men's 3,000 with Sam Ruthe is yet another opportunity for this young man to make history. So let's see what happened on the fast track in Boston University. For this men's 3,000 meters, Sam Ruthe made running 61-second quarters look ridiculously easy. Through these opening stages, Sam was chillin'. In fact, it looked like he was running a lot slower than he really was, which is really a trademark to athletes that just know how to run quick. And through these opening stages, running 30.5 to 30.8 seconds, Sam passed through the 1,600 split in 4 minutes 5.65 seconds. To be running this kind of split at 16 and looking this smooth is just unbelievable. And it was at this point when Sam was really going to be tested. This was already halfway through the race, and he needed to close, and at this point he was right on that world youth record of Brian Musau. However, over the final 1,400, the field did unfortunately slow a little bit. Though with 800 meters remaining, Ruthe threw down a 200-second quarter of 30.10, followed by a 30.58, which put him at 6 minutes 40.35 seconds with just 400 meters remaining. Now, in order to break the youth record at this point, he needed a final quarter of 58, which, given that he's run a 3:48 for the mile, is definitely in his wheelhouse. However, he wasn't quite able to reach that pace today, as he finished second to Chariot in 7 minutes 43.16 seconds, meaning that he not only broke the age group record for New Zealand, but he also broke his area record for the U18 division, taking down Cam Meyer's previous time with this 7:43. It is also worth mentioning that this is easily the fastest 3,000 meters that a 16-year-old has ever run. In fact, it takes down that previous mark by almost 10 seconds. Literally every time Sam Ruthe has touched the track for the past couple of months, he has broken some kind of record. And today, he did it once again. And as we've done many times in the past, let's take a look at his full list of personal records, because pretty much every one of these times comes from the past 90 days, and it is going to be amazing to see what Ruthe can do as 2026 continues. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.